So you're thinking of moving to Nathrop, Colorado? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 different areas in Nathrop, Colorado, and you're definitely going to want to stick around to the end because I'm covering an area at the base of Mount Princeton, Colorado that has a special perk that you don't want to miss. If this is your first time to this channel, welcome. I'm Monica McCarthy, a realtor that specializes in Salida, Colorado and surrounding areas like Nathrop. So please be sure to subscribe to the channel so you're notified the next time new informative videos about Salida and surrounding areas become available. And if you are interested in moving here, then I'm interested in chatting with you. I help people all the time move to Salida and surrounding areas. So whether you're thinking of moving here in a few weeks or a few months, please reach out to me. My contact information is below. Let's set up a time to chat and I'd be happy to help you make a smooth transition to the Salida and surrounding areas. All right, but first let's talk about Nathrop, Colorado. So Nathrop is located in between Salida and Buena Vista, Colorado, almost exactly in between. So it's a really amazing option for somebody who wants to either be away from the towns. I mean, they're small mountain towns, but some people want to have even less contact with people and more space between their neighbors. So Nathrop is a good choice for that. And also, you don't even have to choose which town you want to go to. You could easily hop on 285 and head over to Salida or Buena Vista pretty easily. They're both about 15 minutes away from Nathrop, depending on where you are. So Nathrop is an unincorporated town in Chaffee County. It really just has a post office. So there's not a whole lot of amenities. So you're going to be going to Salida or Buena Vista to do your grocery shopping, go to any restaurants, anything like that. So it's going to be a community where you live and maybe you have some neighbors, but there's not a whole lot else going on in Nathrop. And that's okay for a lot of people because you want to be here because of, look behind me, the mountains. So you're really close to several of the Colorado 14ers. There's 14 in Chaffee County, and Mount Princeton that's behind me here is one of them. Also Mount Antero is another. And so I'm going to be covering a community at the base of Mount Antero as well. So you've got those amazing mountain views. I have a client who their number one priority in finding a home in the Salida, Colorado area was mountain views. And they decided on a house in Nathrop because the mountain views here are spectacular, as you can see. So you're next to a lot of other recreation here quite easily. You're very close to the Browns Canyon National Monument, which is known for wildlife viewing, hiking, and also whitewater rafting. So that is another really close option for outdoor recreation here. There's also a lot of trails nearby. The Browns Waterfall Trail, one of my favorite trails in the area, is really close by here. So if you want to be closer to nature than to restaurants, Nathrop is a really good choice for you. But come with me, I'm going to show you again 3 amazing options to live in the Nathrop area. And keep in mind, these are just 3 little communities here, but also Nathrop is a lot of agricultural area. There's a lot of county roads around here. So if you don't want to be in a community and you want to just have a home that is off of a county road with a lot of space, Nathrop is another really good option for that. So a lot of ag here and a lot of space and a lot of mountain views. All right, come on, let's check them out. Welcome to our first stop on the Nathrop community tour. We are in the park of the Mesa Antero Estates community. So this community is one of the main places that people look if they're looking in Nathrop. Really, they're looking for a community that has a really amazing mountain feel that's close to the mountains. And the good thing about Nathrop, as I've mentioned, is that it's just in between Salida and Buena Vista. So you have the best of both worlds. You can easily travel to either location. So in Mesa Antero, this community, it's at the base of Antero Mountain, which is one of Chaffee County's several 14ers. And as the name suggests, it's Mesa, so it's kind of up higher. And this community was formed in the 1970s. It was designed to be a mountain community with outdoor recreation in mind. So as I'm standing here, I am in the park of the community, but there's also trails in the community and it borders national forest. And so you have a lot of wildlife here. There's a conservation easement to protect that forest, so there's not going to be any development there. So a lot of the properties in this community are either very close to the trees or among the trees, kind of depending on where you are. It's a pretty large community. There are actually 5 filings in the community, and they're all governed a little bit differently. It is a covenant protected community with a voluntary HOA, so you don't have to pay it, but you do have to abide by the design guidelines and several other guidelines that they have if you decide to build in this community. There are a few vacant lots still available, but there are a lot of mountain homes available. And so this is going to be a community where you have homes from anywhere from the 80s and 90s to modern times. So it's a little bit of a hodgepodge in terms of age, but the properties here are all going to be those custom mountain homes. It's going to be wells, septic, and propane. And some of the wells are on a community well. It depends on the filing that you're in. So this is an excellent choice if you're looking to find just a really gorgeous spot that feels like you're in the mountains. You've got those gorgeous mountain views here, and it's a really good option. Another part of this community is that they do have a community feel. So while the properties are on several acres and you're a little spaced out, there is a community feel to it. There are events among the community for the major holidays like 4th of July and Labor Day and Memorial Day. So there's ways that you can kind of gather and get to know your neighbors, even though you are a little spaced out. And so it does have that community feel. I know I was showing this community to clients recently, and they were looking all over this area, and they kept coming back to Mesa Antero because they really liked the community aspect of it. And they eventually found a house here because that was a really important piece for them to be able to, while they wanted their space and wanted their views and wanted the proximity to Salida and Buena Vista like Nathrop offers, they did want to have that community feel, and Mesa Antero definitely offers that. Also, homes in this community are going to be anywhere from the 7, 8, 900,000s all the way up to over $1 million or more. So just keep that in mind if you're looking for a home here. It is going to be a little bit on the higher end because it's those custom mountain homes. So it really depends on the age of the home and the condition and obviously how big it is. But you're often going to find those gorgeous mountain views here, and you're going to get a hodgepodge of different options, but again, in that higher price point. Okay, the next community I want to show you is on the east side of 285 in Nathrop. It is going to be a bit more of an affordable community, Ruby Mountain Ranch. The homes here tend to be more manufactured homes, although there are some stick-built homes here. Usually they're on about an acre or more, so you've got some space between neighbors, but not as much space as we saw in Mesa Antero. A property sold here for $460. That was 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,300 square feet just last year. So that gives you an idea of the price point here, although there's some homes that could be a little bit less than that, kind of depending on their condition. But you're right by the river here. You've got views, as you can see behind me, of the Browns Canyon. So it is a gorgeous spot. You have river access at the edge of the community where I'm standing here. A little bit further back from me is the river. And you are pretty much away from everything besides the houses in this community. It's pretty spaced out. You're surrounded by more agricultural areas just around here. So it's just a little nestled spot of homes here, again, in the 300,000 and 400,000s that are a bit on an acre or more. And so Ruby Mountain Ranch area and surrounding communities on County Road 197 in that spot, that's another option for you in Nathrop. Also in this community, keep in mind you're going to be on well and septic and propane, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but because you are more in a rural area, there's no city utilities in this community here. So the utilities are well, septic, and propane. Final stop on the Nathrop community tour is a community very close to Mount Princeton Hot Springs. Now, Mount Princeton Hot Springs is basically one of the most popular places in Nathrop. It is a gorgeous natural hot springs. It's a resort and it draws people from all over, particularly in the wintertime when people want to ski and then escape from the cold and dip in those soothing hot waters. So this community is the Mount Princeton Hot Springs Subdivision. It's located just a few miles away from Mount Princeton Hot Springs, and it's a covenant community. One of the perks of this community is you get an annual pass to the Mount Princeton Hot Springs Resort for your whole family. So buy a house here, get to go to Mount Princeton Hot Springs for free. That's a pretty good bonus. So the homes in this community are anywhere in the $700,000 to $800,000 range. It's a bit of custom mountain homes on an acre, sometimes less. And again, you're going to be on well and septic and propane out here. There's a home that sold here recently for $775,000. It was 5 beds, 3 baths, just under 3,600 square feet, built in 2009. So that gives you an indication of the price point for homes here. But this is another really good option if you want to be out of the hustle and bustle of our small mountain towns of Buena Vista and Salida, Colorado, and be at the base of a mountain and have those gorgeous mountain views. As you can see behind me, you've just got stunning mountain views out here. A lot of the homes in this community are positioned to accent and relish in those gorgeous mountain views. And so this is another really good choice to be really close to the mountains, but not too far away from the towns of Buena Vista and Salida, Colorado. And that is our final stop on the Nathrop, Colorado property tour. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Monica McCarthy, your resource for Chaffee County real estate. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and my contact information is below. So if you have questions about living in Nathrop, Colorado, Salida, Buena Vista, and surrounding areas, please contact me. I'd be happy to set up a time to chat and help you and help you make a smooth transition to the Salida, Colorado area. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.